There's a thought you don't say out loud, but it's there. Why can't I handle this better? Why does this feel harder for me than it seems to for everyone else? You look around and people appear fine. They move through their days. They manage their responsibilities. They don't seem this mentally tired. So when your mind won't settle, when your energy feels thin, when rest doesn't fully restore you, a quiet conclusion begins to form. Maybe something is wrong with me. But what if that conclusion is built on a misunderstanding? What if what you've been calling weakness is actually adaptation? Your mind didn't become alert for no reason. It learned to stay slightly on because it needed to. It learned to scan because unpredictability became normal. It learned to hover because full rest didn't always feel safe. That isn't dysfunction. That's intelligence. When environments are fast, uncertain, constantly shifting, the nervous system doesn't shut down. It adjusts. It stays prepared. Not because you're fragile, because you're responsive. Over time, that responsiveness can start to feel like a flaw. You compare yourself to people who seem less affected. You wonder why small things feel heavier than they used to. You question your resilience. But adaptation is quiet. It doesn't announce itself as strength. It just works in the background, holding tension, tracking changes, remaining slightly ready. And eventually, it becomes tired. Not because it's broken, because it's been working without pause. You weren't failing to relax. You were responding to a world that rarely pauses. You weren't overreacting. You were staying attuned. You weren't weak. You were adapting. And adaptation, when sustained for too long, can begin to resemble fragility. But it isn't. It's a system that learned to protect you, even if protection now feels like exhaustion. Maybe the shift isn't in trying to fix yourself. Maybe it's in recognizing that your system has been doing its best with what it was given. You don't need to be harsher. You don't need to be stronger. You don't need to push through harder. You may just need to stop calling adaptation a defect. Because nothing in you is malfunctioning. You've been adjusting, quietly, consistently, intelligently. And maybe the first real relief isn't in changing who you are. It's in realizing you were never broken to begin with.